Hello my darlings, how are we doing? I know it's been a while, but I wanted to come here and explain a few things to you because this week Joseph Rowntree's Trust put out a report on the amount of families that are actually living in destitution. Now, destitution is an extreme version of poverty. It means that you can't afford to put a roof over your head, you can't afford the bills to keep that house running, you can't afford to clothe yourself, feed yourself, clean yourself, any of that kind of thing. That's destitution. Now, they found that 3.8 million people in this country, in the UK, in what is classed as a first world country, are living in a destitution. 1 million of those are children. I know big numbers. They can be very difficult to understand. So I'm going to give you a bit of context, a little bit of, idea of what those numbers mean. Now, there is almost 8 million people living in London. Well, about 7.2 million, right? So that means that over half the population of London are living in destitution. Not good enough? Okay. The combined population of the 4 biggest cities in the country and 2 others is basically 3.8 million. So we're looking at the combined population of Birmingham, Liverpool, Nottingham, Sheffield, Leicester, and half the population of Bridgend. And that's 3.8 million. It's ridiculous and unnecessary and just proves exactly what's going on in Parliament right now. The other thing that they are doing is they are once again attacking people on universal credit and saying that they are the problem. Well, let's have a look at that. Out of the people who are on universal credit right now, 2.3 million of them are working. Now, to be eligible to have universal credit and be working, you need to be earning under £500 a week. You can earn up to £379 a week and nothing is affected. But for the next £121, they will start taking 55 pence out of that universal credit money until it's all gone. If you're on universal credit, you get housing benefit and you get council tax benefit, which is for those who live in the UK, is a localised benefit that is supposed to help with the infrastructure and running of their local area. So once you're earning that £500 a week, you lose that housing benefit and you lose your council tax help. Now, housing benefit here in York will help you with your housing benefit, help you with your rent up to £544.98 in a 1-bedroom. Now, we're just going to look at a 1-bedroom place at the moment because that's what is going to make this really hit home for a lot of you. So you're on £500 a week. You've had your universal credit cut. You've had your housing benefit cut, you've had your council tax credit cut. And I want to show you how we get to the destitution level. Okay? So this person's working full time, getting £500 take home pay a week. A 1-bedroom flat or house here in York, on average, is around £995 a month. Yes, you can get ones that are less, Yes, you can get ones that are more, way more. In fact, they go up to £2,000 if you get an apartment that's on the river, which is ridiculous. Not gonna lie to you. Council tax on average is £120 a month. Mobile phone, you're going to be looking at about £40. Electricity and gas, if you're on a key meter, which if you are renting your property, the chances are that you will be on a key meter, especially if you're renting a one-bedroom flat or a one-bedroom house, you're looking at £700 combined to do the everyday things. Okay, so what I mean by everyday things is run a fridge, run a freezer, run your washing machine, run your dryer, have the lights on, possibly put the heating on, have cooking, TV, maybe computer, maybe a console, whatever, everyday stuff that we all take for granted. Now I'll put that into some context for you. During lockdowns, Tanny and I were only putting £70 combined onto our gas and electric key meters. It has skyrocketed to the point where it is crippling people and they are having to choose whether to turn on the lights or feed their children. That. Internet. If you have a computer or console and you choose to have internet in your own home, you're looking at around about £40 a month. Laundry, I've put in a separate because you have to look at how much extra electric that's going to cost you. Possibly gas, depending. You may need to put the heating on, is what I'm saying, right? So if you don't have a dryer. So I've put £50 down for that because that includes your water, your electric, all the bits and pieces, and having the heating on for as long as it takes to dry that stuff, or have the dryer on. So it's £50 a month. Then you've got your bus ticket if you don't have a car. Car's a whole nother ball of wax, which most people who are earning under £500 a week will not be able to afford a car because it is out of their reach, completely out of their reach. Okay? So a bus ticket to get you to and from work, weekly bus ticket here in York is £19.50 a week. So you're looking at £80. At this point, without taking into consideration anywhere from £50 to £100 a month for water bills, you are already at £2,045. You haven't bought yourself any clothes, you haven't bought yourself any food, you've got nothing left at all. And that's just the bills. So what I'm doing this year is I have been scouring Christmas catalogues and supermarkets and all of those things. Now I've discovered that Aldi here in the UK are putting a price cap on their Christmas vegetables for from the 18th of December. Okay, so I will, and those prices, they will be capped at 2 kilos of potatoes for 15 pence, 1 kilo of carrots for 19 pence, 500 grams of parsnips for 19 pence, 500 grams of Brussels sprouts for 19 pence, red and white cabbages at 19p, and Swede or rutabaga, if you're not in this country, 19 pence. That means for £6 you can actually stock up your veg, if nothing else. Okay, if you have that money to spare, you can do that, and you can have a really decent amount. So what I'm going to do is the first 6 days of December I'm going to be focusing purely on each and every one of these vegetables, and I will be giving you between 5 and 10 ways to be able to preserve or store those yourself. Some of them will cost a little bit more if you have certain equipment, but there will be options in there for people who don't have those options. Okay, I want to put that out there very clearly. Not all of this is about spending a lot of money on gas and electric and stuff like that, because this is not a time to be doing that. Yes, if you have the ability to do that, that's cool, but I want to give you guys the options of not having to do that as well. So there will be options that don't require electric and gas for each and every one of them. Okay, and after that, because I went through the Christmas catalogues for the foods and I was utterly horrified, I'm not gonna lie. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing this year for the rest of my Vlogmas recipes or my Vlogmas videos from the 7th to the 24th is I will be picking 3 items from each of the major supermarkets and combining Aldi and Lidl together and the N3 days to choose something from their catalogue that is ridiculously overpriced for what it is and show you how you can make it for way less or for the same amount of money for way more, and you're going to get way more bang for your buck, because if you're going to spend the money anyway, you may as well get what your money is worth, let's be honest. So that's what I'm doing this year. I'm starting work on it today. I want to get these videos out because obviously my health has not been great, and I will get those videos out to you. I want to make sure that those videos are there for you even if I can't be. The other thing that I'm going to be trying to do is doing a special edition of 4 lives on the Fridays of December so that I can answer your questions in real time if you have items that you've seen that you want to recreate and do it for pennies. So I'm going to be doing that as well. So until then, guys, I love you guys heaps. I will talk to you very soon. Just bear in mind that everything you see in the media is a loads of horse pucky at the end of the day. Okay? I love yous. Bye.